Okay. A new medication for migraine seems effective, but there is concern that the medication might exacerbate heart disease. Okay, so we have this new medication and it looks like it's working, but people are concerned that it increases heart disease. If patients with heart disease take the medication under careful medical supervision, however, harmful side effects can definitely be averted. So definitely is really strong, and we're saying, okay, but if they take this under medical supervision, then the harmful side effects, like you won't have them.
Is it on the screen? I can't see it.
So the concern about those side effects is thus unfounded. So if it is an argument or set of facts,
This
it's
is an argument.
what is our conclusion?
The concern about the side effects is thus unfounded.
Yes. And how do we know that this is so then I read this, I understand it. So now I read my question stem. How do I know that this is a necessary assumption question?
I know because of the question stem.
Yep. What word?
Depends on,
Yep. Sorry,
and then assumptions. Yeah, both of those.
necessary. Okay. So necessary assumptions, right? So you know this starts with NE. So it's just what's needed in order for the conclusion to even have a chance.
Mm,
So this is what we would call, this is different than the question types are, actually this would be the same as main conclusion. This is what we call, and Nathan would call it this too, actually, a top-down question. So in top-down questions, do you think that we want a more mild or stronger answer choice?
top down. I think we want, well, I know, okay, so I'm cheating because I know for necessary assumption, you want a mild.
Excellent. Yep, perfect.
But I guess I haven't heard like the top down.
Okay, you're totally so main conclusion questions would be top-down. So you would tend to want like more mild just because you want to, what I say is you want to stay between the lines. You don't get to bring information. With
Okay.
um a strengthen or weaken question, which is a bottom up, you want strong answer choices because you're bringing in new information.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So necessary assumption questions are just what's needed to even have a chance. So for example, if I said I live in Ohio, therefore I hate Michigan. Oh yeah, there you, oh yeah, you're what is a sufficient assumption of this argument?
A sufficient assumption.
Of this argument. I live in Ohio, therefore I hate Michigan.
So something that's enough to,
Guarantee that this is true.
I live in Ohio, therefore I hate Michigan.
Don't so if I said so for I'll give it to you. So it's if I said all people that live in Ohio hate Michigan, wouldn't that guarantee this?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I added
Yeah. Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. Okay.
so what would be a necessary assumption of this argument?
And so something that this argument depends on
Or is needed for the
or is needed.
have a chance. So for example, one could be that I live in the United States.
Oh, okay.
Me living in the United States does not guarantee, hopefully, that I hate Michigan, right?
Right.
But if I don't live in the United States, my argument falls apart. If I don't live
Okay.
in Ohio, then how can I hate Michigan? Like, how do we know that I hate Michigan?
Mm-hmm.
So it depends upon me living in the US.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so go ahead. And so we need something that is needed for this to even have a chance, that the concern about those side effects is unfounded. So whenever we say it's a necessary assumption question, we go ahead into the mindset, like even if it's not valid or logical in our minds, all right, our conclusion's true. It doesn't matter if I disagree with it. What else is like what has to be true if I'm thinking about the conclusion, all right, it's true.
Let me see. Let's see. feel like B looks good, but let me double check. I think, is it B?
Why do you think it's B?
I think that it's, oh wait, no, because
I'm not
he's,
telling you you're
they
wrong.
said if. Uh, okay, so that, well, that would have to be true, right?
Yeah,
Because if
tell me
that
why.
that would have to be true, because if the concerns is the for side effects is unfounded, and that's because people taking this medication are under careful medical supervision, the only way that that can be true is that no one who takes this medication is going to do it without medical supervision,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, you're 100%. Sorry, I really make people work for their answers.
No, no, you should. You should.
Yeah, because if a migraine sufferer with heart disease takes it without medical supervision, then how do we know if they're not going to have these side
The
effects?
side effects. Mm-hmm.
Fabulous.